Hey y'all, let me tell you about the day I've had today. You know, I'm not a very good shopper. And I'm also cheap, so when I have to make a big purchase, it stresses me out a bit. Well, I finally gave up. I have Windows, a computer that's got Windows on it. It's Windows 8, and I never have been a friend of mine. It's never been a friend of mine, ever. I've had issues with it ever since I bought the dang thing. So everybody in the rescue, they use a Mac. So I thought, well, I'll get me a Mac. They're expensive too, by the way. Anyway, and my husband agrees. He said, you know what, you need a Mac because you refuse to learn how to use anything, and a Mac is like your tablet. I said, that's the computer I want. It's like my tablet. All I did point and put it where I want it to be. So I went and got me a Mac. Well, I went to Best Buy, and the guy there actually works for Apple, so he was able to help me because I had no idea what I needed. And when I first got there, I saw Mac computers for $2,000, and I had a little bit of a stroke. And then he took me over there to the bargain aisle, I guess, for people like me that are cheap. Still cost $1,000. Anyway, I recovered. I recovered from that. Well, then my friend had told me about these shoes, these sandals that you could get that were good for plantar fasciitis, and I have been battling it for like 3 or 4 months. It has just been terrible. I've bought insoles and stretched and iced and every kind of mess you can think of. So she said, well, these sandals are good sandals. She has plantar fasciitis, and she said they're really good. Fix them. I was like, well, hell, I done spent a crazy amount of money. What's another, I don't know, $100, which was painful. So I went up to the REI. Y'all ever been to the REI? That is the most hippie place on earth. Everybody there, everything bagel, eating, patchouli wearing hippies. Okay? And I'm sure they don't like folks like me, but you know what? I don't care. I needed some sneakers. I needed some sandals, so I went up there. And I said to the lady, I said, I need some Chaco shoes. I think it's called Chacos. She goes, they're Chacos. This is them, Chacos. Chaco shoes. How am I supposed to know they're Chaco, whatever? It's got a damn lizard on it. It could have been iguana for all I knew. I just knew I needed some of these shoes. Let me. They are fancy now. Let me show you. Let me see. I don't know if you can see these shoes or not. I'm not very good with the camera, but anyway, that's those fancy shoes I bought. So, anyway, that probably made you a little dizzy. But anyway, so I go up there, and she's obviously perturbed by me. And I put these shoes on, okay? And she goes, well, you got 3 holes. You got 3 holes right there. You got to pull at the knuckle, and you pull at the top. And I'm like, what? Can you give me a minute? Because she says, you have 3 holes. Well, can y'all see this? See these shoes? You have 3 holes. You have that hole, this hole, and this hole. And she says, you got to pull, and you got to tighten them up here, and you pull there, and you tighten them up there, and then you put the thing. I'm like, and she's obviously getting annoyed by me. And I'm thinking, you don't need to be annoyed by me. Just because I've been wearing shoes for 50 years, and I never had none come with a tutorial or instructions. She said, well, you probably need to go to Google and look at your shoes. No hack. Look, they come with instructions. So you got to, shit, I don't even know how you got to do it. But finally, let me see if I can turn this thing around. Finally, I figured it out how you have to do whatever it is that you got to do. You got to pull here and pull here. Hell, I'm not so sure how you get them on, but they're on my feet right now. My feet feel good. But let me tell you, they're called Chacos. And they come with, have you ever seen sandals that come with a tutorial? Look, there's a tutorial of how to make your shoes fit your feet for a custom fit. Now, I like it. I like the concept, but damn, you got to be nice to folks when they don't know nothing about it. Susan should have prepared me that when you got up in that store at the REI, you had to adjust these sandals to fit your feet. I didn't know. It was time for her to go home, and she wasn't real happy with me at the REI. I guess I'm not quite hippie enough. Well, hell, I had my nice, pretty pug shirt on. Maybe she don't like pugs. Who knows? But she sure didn't like teaching me how to use my Chacos. So now, I got them on my feet. My feet are happy. I'm going to try to get on this Mac computer and see if I can figure it out. That might be a whole nother issue. Keith says, though, the Macs are the computers for dummies, and that might work for me. We'll see. Bye.